Welcome to the Managing Drought in the Southern Plains webinar series. I'm Margaret Boone, Program Manager of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program, with your briefing for Thursday, July 13th. This information is brought to you by the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program in association with NOAA, NIDIS, and the National Drought Mitigation Center. So what has changed since we last visited? Well, a lot. We haven't visited since last year. So what is currently going on? Hot and dry conditions persist across the western U.S. thanks to a ridge of high pressure across the region. This has elevated fire concerns across the west. Drought conditions have worsened across the high plains, especially eastern Montana and the Dakotas. Across the southern plains, recent rains in eastern and southern Oklahoma have led to improvement of drought conditions, but unfortunately, warm and dry conditions are expected to continue in many of these areas. This is the newest US Drought Monitor released Thursday, July 13th. Extreme drought conditions across eastern Montana and the Dakotas are very visible in the red. Excessive heat in the region continues to deplete the soil moisture there. 72% of the spring wheat crop in South Dakota is rated as poor to very poor, and it's 62% in Montana. Zooming in a little closer, the extreme drought in the high plains stands out. The area of moderate, severe, and extreme drought have expanded across eastern Montana and the Dakotas. Topsoil is rated as 89% very short to short in Montana, 79% in South Dakota, 65% in Nebraska, and 62% in North Dakota. Across the high plains in the west, there are roughly 70 active wildfires. The hot and dry conditions are prevalent as you move into the west as well. New areas of moderate drought have been added in central Arizona and central Utah. And across the southern plains, moderate drought has expanded across western and central Oklahoma, where there were also improvements in the eastern and southern portions of that state, as mentioned earlier. Texas saw improvements in the eastern panhandle and in the hill country. This is the percentage of normal rainfall for the last 30 days over Oklahoma from the Oklahoma Climatological Survey. I wanted to show this because eastern and southern Oklahoma, where there's been some reduction in the drought, received 160 to 180% of normal rainfall over the last 30 days, whereas where drought conditions have worsened across western and central Oklahoma, they received anywhere from less than 20% of normal to 80% of normal rainfall. So the 5-day outlook shows the monsoon signature across the southwest. Precipitation is also possible across parts of the Gulf Coast states and the northeast. Warm temperatures are also expected across much of the drought-stricken high plains and the northwest, with temperatures 3 to 9 degrees above normal. The 6 to 10 day outlooks, which are valid Wednesday, July 19th through Sunday, July 23rd, indicate the warm pattern is expected to continue across the western U.S. into much of the Midwest and eastern United States, at least for the next 10 days. Above normal precipitation is expected across the southwest and northeastward into the Great Lakes region. The southeast, Oklahoma, and the Pacific Northwest are expected to continue to be dry. The Climate Prediction Center CPC 3-month outlooks were updated Thursday, June 15th. The 3-month outlooks reflect the months of July, August, and September. There are equal chances of above or below normal precipitation across almost all of the U.S., with the exception of possible above normal precipitation in the high plains and along the Texas coast. Warmer than normal temperatures are possible everywhere, except Montana, where equal chances of below or above normal conditions, temperature conditions are possible. The monthly drought outlook was issued June 30th and valid for the month of July. Drought persistence is expected across the majority of the drought-stricken areas of the high plains, with additional drought development possible. As always, please join us for these briefings. For more information, please visit our SCIP website, southernclimate.org, or go to our YouTube channel, as well as our Twitter, which is skip_RESA for more information. We thank you for joining us and hope you have a great week.